What's going on, everybody? Stock Jock here, up $5,031 in the first hour of trading today. Absolute stunner of a day. I gave a little bit back. I finished the day up 4,850 bucks, but the first hour was tremendous. Let's get right into it. All right, so I'm recording this a little late in the day right now, so I won't be able to use E-Trade, but it doesn't matter. The charts on TradingView.com are way better than E-Trades. So you'll see the live trade when I did it during the market hours. See that all in E-Trade, but as we review it, the charts will be here on TradingView. So this the first trade I took out was LMPX. Um, a small position. You won't see me close it. Basically, I'm playing the daily candle over candle. We had this huge spike up all the way to from $5 to 44 pullback, and the pullback has happened right at the 618 level, and it's actually kind of holding that level as well. And this is the first day we got candle over candle, and it didn't do anything, surprisingly enough. Not really sure why, but it just didn't do anything. Maybe tomorrow's the day it goes, but I would have expected it to move today. Anyway, I went long. It didn't work out. I ended up closing this for like a $300 loss. So I'm not going to show the trade. Uh, but this first trade on Tesla is what uh, we're all here for, or what I'm here for. This is where the money started rolling in today. Here we go. Okay, so Tesla, if you've been living under a rock, let's just look at it real quick on the daily chart. Load. The heck? Oh, there we go. Daily chart of Tesla. Absolute beast, right? For the past like 14 days, it's just gone straight up. All-time highs, massive short squeeze. I think the float, the short float is like 20% still. I don't know when it'll be updated. I'm sure by the time it's updated, the short float will be zero, or I don't know, low anyway for that matter. It's just a massive short squeeze. So every day this week, if or in the run up, I should say, Tesla. I'll back up. This is a 15-minute chart, right? So this whole run, the morning, it'll either gap up, and then after the gap, whatever it does, it'll pop and then just go sideways for the rest of the day. The next day, pop, go sideways the rest of the day. You kind of see what I'm saying? Pop, sideways the rest of the day. Pop, sideways the rest of the day. Pop in the morning, sideways the rest of the day. Pop in the morning, this one kind of sold off. Pop in the morning, sideways the rest of the day. Pop in the morning, sideways the rest. I mean, you see the pattern, right? The morning's the hot time, and then the rest of the day just doesn't do anything. So until this trend stops, I'm playing this every single morning, and today was no different. So let's get back to where we're at today. So that would be right here. So this is today. This is the gap up again. Shocker. So a little different today out of Tesla. It popped, sold off, and then it kind of started to create. This is what I was looking at when I take the trade. So a lot of times in the morning, I'm looking for some sort of pattern. I first started to draw something like this, and I don't really like using these first candles. If I can make a pattern after the first 2 minutes, I tend to play those better. And when I drew this, it kind of made like a descending triangle, right? If you just do something like that, it kind of works. But again, I don't like really using these two candles because they don't tend to mean much for pattern traders. And it's just a bunch of chaos right through here. You know, market makers just filling orders from overnight. It just goes everywhere. Afterwards, I do like to tend to make some patterns. So what I ended up doing is after we made this pop and then this pop, okay, I said, okay, I'm going to make a descending triangle out of that. So that's exactly what I did. Made a descending triangle like that, which is a bearish pattern overall, but it doesn't really matter. This is such a big uptrend. If it broke this top line, I knew it was going to pop anyway. So that's what I was waiting for. And these two candles right here kind of set me up One is it dropped, pop right back up, drop, pop right back up. And I don't know why my freaking volume is not showing up here. Where did that go? Well, anyway, the volume uh, was pretty strong on these ups as well. And it was at a $0.50. So I had two things that if it broke to the top side, it's breaking a $0.50 level and it's breaking this descending resistance line, offering a pop opportunity. So when it looked like it was about to break, I went long. I took 40 contracts on this pop. Um, this is the VWAP here. We broke through that. Then I'm looking at horizontal, like now I'm looking at where's the resistance levels on these things. So the first one would be naturally right here. We broke through that. Then after that, it was pre-market stuff that I was looking at. You'll see it when I run the, I don't have pre-market on here right now, but there was a level somewhere in here, I believe, that I sold half. It was getting to the top of the Bollinger Band on my other charts, so I started to sell here, and then I sold half right around here, a quarter up here, and then the first candle under candle I sold the rest. So it was about a $3,500 win on this trade. Really nice way to start the morning.
525 on the ask. 530.
SLNO, Seleno Therapeutics getting a pop here
$1
on volume. Sandy Lima, November, Oscar.
Would be my next ad spot, and there I would put, a little bit more size on this for a move through the highs.
375, the high now up 34% for SLNO.
TCCO. 550 is the spot.
There's a 1 minute candle under candle on Tesla,
Right
not
now,
doing anything, making a
higher
low.
So
this
on Monday, Seleno received
could
a
break out over
outperform rating from Oppenheimer with a $10 price target.
427.75.
Now at $3.99. Sandy Lima, November, Oscar. Share is up 41% now.
That's,
I'm not going to put bigger size on until we break over 550. So the high of that candle was 550, high of this one 540. TCCO, I'm not sure about just yet.
long Tesla. $28.50. Come on.
It's 13 on the bid. That looks like a hidden buyer there at 13. So you can see how short sellers start to cover. It's churning right here. Watch over 35. Stopped out for now, and I'll get back in over 550. TCCO is on the scanners. I'm going to take a starter of TCCO here. I'm going to just try to take a starter and take a breakout on this up to, maybe we get a rip on TCCO up to...
Sold half of my Tesla for 60 cents.
WSC, Will Scott, January 17.5 call sweep, 4,000 contracts. That's Whiskey, Sandy, Charlie.
Be my next ad spot.
WSC.
I just added at 610 on TCCO. I'm going to try to take this breakout up to 625, 630. think what we're getting here is just that continuation. So watch over 640, 650 on TCCO. Just added at 650. Back of mind target now would be a rip up to 7. It's pretty volatile, there's no doubt about that. Whoa! I'll give it a chance to pop back up. My average is 609. I never like to sell into a drop like that. I always let it pop back up. XRF 436, dipping down a little bit.
Selling another quarter of my Tesla
Got a risk
calls
in TCCO.
for
$600
$1.15
of profit.
win.
So quick trade there on that one. That was a jumping on the momentum trade. My ad at 650. I lost money on that, but it's okay. So XRF.
NLNK, New Link
Short
Genetics, up
here.
42% now at $3.35.
1 minute.
November Lima, November Kilo.
There you go. NLNK, yep, moving higher.
Sold the rest 534 plus
Yeah, well, I added on TCCO at
$1
6. I took
ish.
profit at.
So this next trade was Tesla again. What ended up happening is got that breakout, came back down to VWAP, uh, started consolidating around VWAP, and I was looking for a reversal out of that. And a lot of times you'll get some kind of pattern around a reversal. So what I ended up doing is kind of drawing something like this descending triangle, which is typically a bearish sign, but when a stock is going straight up for 14 days, you know, you can definitely play descending triangles to the upside, which I did here, paid off well, and I ended up doing here. Did not pay off well because it actually ended up, I think I ended up maybe making $100 or maybe break even on the trade. I don't know. You'll see when I play it. So this is kind of what I'm looking at. Again, I don't know why my volume isn't showing up, but we had two peaks. I connected those. Multiple tests down here that was holding well. And specifically on this one, it came right down to this level and bounced right back up. It was a super strong move. And as I was breaking upside, I was thinking, okay, we had the break of the descending resistance line, VWAP break, and I was looking for a pop to test this high right here. I took 40 contracts. We get a pop. I sold half into this initial pop, right at this horizontal resistance. And then this pullback happened. It came back down to the 9. And a lot of times that's okay. I was looking for a bounce off of that 9. Well, what ended up happening is on this candle, we went candle under candle, and I thought this was going to turn out to be a bull trap. So I ended up selling the second lot for a loss. So the trade was basically break even. But what ended up happening is it came to, you know, if I extend this out a little bit, just a little bit, what it ended up doing is This is a break, retest, and then run. And you can kind of see it just took off from there. So a lot of times when these patterns happen, and this is a small time, you know, this isn't like hours of consolidation inside of an hourly chart or anything like that, or pattern. This is a couple minutes, 5, 6, 7 minutes. So, not a lot. You won't a lot of times see a break retest of the pattern and then go. But that's exactly what happened here. We got the breakout retest to see if this level is now going to be support, which it was, and it took off from there. Never looked back. So I ended up again exiting the rest here and missing out on the move that I planned for. But it didn't do what I thought it was due, so I got to bail and move on.
Total value of the orders is
It's kind
more
of
than
a little emotional.
I'm selling
$560
on
million
gas
dollars
here. It
VA
feels like
bowling.
already a little resistance at 59, and I'm going to put an order at 59 to get back in.
CANF
My order at
can-fied shares
62,
popping to the
actually.
highs, $3.59. Charlie Alpha November
So,
Foxtrot.
this was a little micro pullback, as you can see, but it kind of felt like there was a little bit of a ceiling there at 50, at 59.60.
20, 33.
So you can see how, we're not seeing the best follow through right now. All right, I'm improving some of these images for you guys. There you go. Nice, Don. Nice, Jose. Good job, you guys. That's what I like to see. That's awesome. Give yourselves a pat on the back.
LQDA resumes trading now after a circuit breaker halt. Lima Quebec Delta Alpha popping to a high of $6.
So you can
That's
see
632 now
LQDA
on
there.
LQDA.
Almost looks like it's going to go into a second halt. It kind of opened at a funny spot. So usually with these, I would just watch them. But since it looks like it's going to go into a second halt so quickly, obviously I missed it. I was looking at my other computer. So, no trades on it. The
LQDA
resistance is
halted
790,
again.
is 200. So now it's going to, my question would be, is it going to be a 5-minute halt from here, or is it going to be a longer one?
So this next trade was another pattern trade. This one was a wedge. So this is one of the cases where I did use the beginning candlestick for a part of the pattern. So I did that. Um, Again, just using the lows that we were making uh, from the downward moves, and just trying to let's get rid of some of these here. Let's just start over. Okay. So the main one to watch that I was watching is this top resistance line. And you can kind of connect, something like this. You can kind of use something like this, right? This looks close enough to like a wedge, right? Um, but the main, it's going up. I think it's going up. The main line I was concerned about was this descending resistance line. And we had, Bollinger Bands tightening up as well, indicating a bigger move. So what happened is we first got this pop here and came back inside the wedge. If we're looking at it like this, oh, you can't see that. Oh, geez, let me fix that. There we go. I forgot the screen recording isn't as big as what I'm seeing. So there we go. Probably messed up my previous plays. So anyway, we had the pop, and it came right back into the pattern, which indicates sometimes, usually actually, a false break or a false move. Usually when you want to see usually when you see a break of a pattern, you want to see it go immediately. Well, in this case, it popped, came right back in, then created kind of this this nice bullish candle here, and I was telling myself, okay, well, I'll give this pattern break a go if we go pop, pull back, and then candle. You can't see it. Candle over candle right here. I was going to play, we're inside this candle playing this break right there. So I went long, and when we got a pop, a good pop, and the pop went right to this horizontal line, and this is the first kind of resistance level intraday. So when it started to struggle here, that's when I sold and made about 13 cents on, I think I took 10 contracts, so 130 bucks.
Nice, Ibrahim. Good job today. 3,400 is good.
I'm taking some Tesla long here. The 430 calls at 376. Going a little bit of a smaller lot than what I did take. Going a little
Great
out of the
job.
money too, so I don't get hurt if this is just kind of a false
That's
move.
awesome.
Needs to really break this 429.60. If that goes high day, 430 is probably reachable.
So as we're coming to the end of the year, I want you guys to start thinking about, 2020, new year, new you, what your, what your goals are
55,
for the
54.
year. For me, it's, I'll do my 2019 year in review and talk a little bit about how 2019 went, where I kind of struggled, where things went well, and what my plans will be for 2020. But you guys should definitely be doing the same.
A lot of resistance at this 429.50.
So LQDA. So the high was 633, and the halt time
But
was
1 minute
10:04 and 10
oscillators are
seconds.
kind of
So
running out
it
of
looks like
juice
another
right
10-minute
now.
long halt.
If it doesn't go now, I might just bail. Yeah, I'm gonna bail. Plus 13 looks like. So this next trade on Tesla was a pretty nice one. So we just played the breakout of this pattern here, right? We got the pop up to this horizontal resistance line, a pullback. The pullback came and tested this guy, this descending now support, it held, and I played the 1 minute candle over candle at this point. And my thought is I want to see this candle over candle go and test this level and break through. Another way to look at it is this is kind of like a cup and handle, right? Forget about this. You got the nice cup, handle, and the breakthrough. And a lot of times uh, you can kind of measure a move off of that. If you go from bottom of the cup to the top of the cup, wherever that breaks out of, you can kind of get a measured move from. You can kind of the profit target would be right up here, and that's kind of what we got here. When we eventually did break out of that level, it went right up into here. Did go a little higher, but the overall move before a decent pullback happened, we got that. So I didn't hold through this, but I'll go in. That was just a little side note. What I ended up playing is I went long 20 contracts. I believe I can't remember. I think I went a little bit out of the money on this one, again, just to kind of protect um, my wins. So if it didn't work out and I wasn't gonna, and it started going down, the delta wasn't gonna destroy me. But anyway, we got the pop up to here, pull back, candle over candle. I went long 20 contracts, and I said it in my chat room. If it looks like it's going to break this horizontal resistance, I was going to go add another 20. And let's just kind of put in a array here of high a day. Let's make it a different color. All right, high day. That's no help. There we go. Yellow, high day. So we have, let's make this one yellow too. These are just horizontals, right? So we had horizontal intraday resistance there. We broke it. I added 20 more. Came up to this level. I know I ended up selling half for a nice win, and then I believe it dropped on me, and I thought it was just gonna come back down. What was it? Oh, no. Okay. We broke here. We broke this level. We broke high day. Quick spike up, and then it came right back down. I think it was like almost $1 drop in like a second or 2 seconds. It was stupid. So I sold half of it up through here with a high day break, and I sold the other half actually on the way down when it was like right here. So I didn't capitalize well on that second half. Nonetheless, it was a nice win.
Nice consistency, you guys. Yep, just keep your head above water. Tread water to make progress. Survive to thrive.
Took some long. I'll add for if that 429.60 breaks, Tesla calls.
I see 683 on my level too, but you know, we'll see.
Not a lot of volume on this candle over candle to 1 minute. Might bail here.
We'll see where it's 690 right now. Again, on this type of trade. So let's just watch
right
this.
back down.
On this type of trade on LQDA, I generally would look for red, and then as soon as I see green, I would press the buy button. So I have my hand on the buy button. Buying out of a second halt is always risky. I'm okay with doing a second halt. Buying out of a third halt, I'm not usually okay with, unless I already have a good profit cushion. So I've got my order at 7. I'll move it up to 710. Watching for green. So
LQDA resumes again.
You see there's a seller up there at 7. I've only got 500 shares.
Liquidia hitting
So
$7.08, up 90.
7. That's where I would
4%
add.
at the high.
Let's just see what this does. This is going to be the first pullback, clearly. I've only got 500 shares, so if I do lose on it, I'm not throwing my day away. Watch over 7. Just added at 7. I added 500 shares at 7. I wanted to see it immediately break over that level. I'm thinking if it breaks 7, then we might get a move up to 750.
High days, the next level to watch here.
So there's 712. I sold on the ask, 708. $193 of profit.
There it is. Nice move.
Excited about
Tesla.
The high
selling half.
Only 715. I put my next order at 715. 720 if it breaks that level. The tough thing sometimes with trading these stocks is that, you know, they've already made the biggest part of the move, and it did it on light volume and it did it without you. So it's kind of hard to, it can be hard to really make money on these ones late in the move. So $193. You never know. Sometimes they'll continue up, you know, 758, and then I've got a starter.
LQDA Liquidia shares halted again on a circuit breaker, this time on the way down at $6.12. Lima, Quebec, Delta, Alpha.
Oh, out another quarter.
XRF has 7 million
shares
of
the rest.
volume.
Nice trade. And this final trade of the first hour happened with an ascending triangle. So what we ended up having is a little consolidation. This consolidation took the form of a ascending triangle, just like that. And I said, I was looking at it basically like that. I was saying if it broke to the top side, I'd go long, and that's sure enough what I did. I actually took it. I thought it was going to break here, and it didn't do it. So it was just in and out. I'm not going to show that trade. Basically, break even on the trade. This is the one I did go. So we had a pop, a little pullback here, and I said if it was just looking like it's going to break out here, I'll go long. I took some contracts, got a nice pop up, and again, I sold. I think I sold on the way up and then all the way on the way down. So it didn't really get me that next level move uh, out of that play, but nonetheless, made some money on it and cracked 5 grand on the trade. Took it long. Looking for 433. There's high day.
HEXO, Hexo, all, at the lows now,
Sold half
$1.57
plus
down
20.
19%. Sweep now in the January 2021 $2.50 call on HEXO.
Come on. 95. 3. Boom.
Hexo announcing earlier an offering of at $1.67 per share.
All the rest, $5. 50 cents. Jeez. And there you have it, up $5,031 in the first hour of trading. If you have any questions on my trading style or questions in general, feel free to ask. My link to my free Discord channel is in the description down below. I'll see you in the next video.